Happy Halloween. 5 days to go before the historic election. If you're watching today on Salem News Channel, you see I am in a Halloween outfit. It's a tribute to the greatest political figure in my lifetime, Donald Trump, who yesterday drove up to a rally in a giant, shiny, white, gleaming garbage truck. One of the classic Trump moments that probably topped the McDonald's moment. He once again owns the news cycle. He rips the news cycle away from Kamala. He is all over the place. All the networks stopped what they were doing to cover Trump walking around in an orange safety vest, driving around in a white garbage truck. If you've been in a coma for the last 10 years and you woke up today, can you imagine explaining, all right, the 45th president of the United States has a mugshot because he's facing 39 felony convictions. He was shot in the head. He flipped fries at McDonald's, and now he's driving around in a garbage truck because Joe Biden and the Democrats think that Trump supporters are garbage. And then the best part is they pretend that Joe Biden didn't call us garbage. That's the part that cracks me up. So anyway, today's a good day to watch on Salem News Channel. You see the outfit I have on. I don't love the tie. I thought I had a red power tie in my closet, but I didn't. Best I could come up with was gold. Tracy hates it. My producer says it clashes with the vest. I'm not trying to color coordinate today. I'm trying to make a statement. And I'm happy to be wearing what I'm wearing. If you're not watching Salem, and you should be, but if you're not watching on Salem News Channel, and you haven't downloaded the app on your computer or your TV, snc.tv, we're the antidote to the mainstream media. But if you want to see what I'm wearing without me giving too much away, just text the keyword outfit to 800-655-MIKE. Text outfit to 800-655-6453. We'll send you back a picture of what I'm wearing today in the studio in honor of Halloween and in tribute to the most compelling, fascinating political figure and, God willing, the 45th and 47th president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. You've got to vote. You have to show up. Early voting. We're hearing stories of problems in Pennsylvania. They had to sue Josh Shapiro's Pennsylvania. Thankfully, the RNC won. They beat those guys. The Supreme Court beat Virginia. There's so many good things happening, so many exciting things for our side. We have momentum. We have the news cycle. We have the enthusiasm. I mean, black voters, Hispanic voters, young people. And it is astounding to me that even when they lie, even when something is as blatant and as obvious and as in your face as Joe Biden saying the words, the only garbage I see are his supporters, they pretend he didn't say it. They lie about that. All they do is lie. That's all they know to do because the truth won't let them prevail. And yesterday, Trump pulls up at a political rally, riding around in a garbage. Here's what he said from the gleaming white garbage truck. One of the most perfect responses to Joe Biden calling all Trump supporters garbage.
I think 250 million people in this country are going to be very happy because we're going to bring the country back. We're a nation in decline, very, very serious decline, and we're going to bring our country back.
Did you know that Elon Musk was in close contact with President Bush? Did you know about this? Did you know about Elon Musk calls and close communication?
No, I don't know. Elon is a great guy. He's one of our geniuses, and we have to protect our geniuses. We have to take care of our geniuses. There aren't too many of them. Yes, please.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, taking questions from the passenger seat of a giant garbage truck because we're not garbage. You know, the pollster Frank Luntz isn't particularly fond of Donald Trump. I wouldn't consider him a pro-Trump pollster. In fact, he's described as an anti-Trump pollster. Check out what he said last night on CNN about Joe Biden and his garbage comments.
His comments seemingly describing Trump supporters as, quote, garbage. The Harris campaign is trying to downplay the effect of those comments. Of course they are. But I wonder if you think that those comments are going to move voters.
It's going to be huge because this is not some comedian saying something stupid and offensive at a rally where he should have been basically disinvited. This is the President of the United States endorsing his vice president saying something, and I know that there's different interpretations about what he said. It's still inappropriate. You still shouldn't be doing it. And I've watched Trump already seize this. The basket of deplorables was significant, was meaningful in 2016. In 2024, I can promise you that this is going to drive Trump turnout. He's doing it already. I can see, I'm sure there's going to be ads on as soon as tonight about this. This may be a turning point for those final 3%.
A turning point for the final 3%. People who are insulted by Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. Isn't it fascinating, too, that even when you hear it, and just for the record, I know we've played it a million times. Let's play it 1,000,001. Here's Joe Biden. This is what he said during Kamala's speech on the Ellipse in Washington, D.C.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
The only garbage I see floating out there are his supporters. You think he's what's seemingly about that? How is that seemingly? How is that a different? How do people have different interpretations? What in the hell are you talking about? Pardon my French. Here's Karine Jean-Pierre yesterday astoundingly denying that Biden said what the whole world heard him say.
And two, why is he using that kind of rhetoric? How is that presidential?
So a couple of things. So just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage.
What? We heard him call Trump supporters garbage. What in the world? Are you so desperate that you're pretending that what we heard we didn't hear? Is that how bad it's getting? Is that how awful this is getting? And Americans, look, we're either going to be stupid enough to buy it or we're not. I don't believe Americans are this stupid. I don't believe Americans can look you in the eye and say what you just heard you didn't hear. Here's the numbers guy over on CNN with some promising news about numbers and data pointing towards a Trump victory next week.
We're looking at the case for a Donald Trump victory, starting with what I do think has been long one of the most overlooked numbers of this election, but could be one of the most important.
Yeah, all right. So, look, just 28% of Americans, voters, think the country is going in the right direction, is on the right track. And I want you to put that into a historical perspective for you. Okay, what's the average percentage of the public that thinks that the country is on the right track when the incumbent party loses? It's 25%. That 25% looks an awful bit like that 28% up there. It doesn't look anything like this 42% doesn't look anything like this 28%. So the bottom line is, very few Americans think the country is on the right track at this particular point. It tracks much more with when the incumbent party loses than with it wins. In fact, I went back through history. There isn't a single time in which 28% of the American public thinks the country is going on the right track in which the incumbent party actually won. They always lose when just 28% of the country believes that the country is on the right track.
It is you are swimming upstream if you're trying to win in this environment.
He went on to say, you can't say you weren't warned. CNN saying you can't say you weren't warned about a likely Trump victory. Don't be complacent. You got to show up. Don't expect somebody else to do this lift for you. You have to go vote. If we show up, we'll win. If we don't show up, we'll lose. It's that simple. Trump has the momentum. Trump owns the news cycle. Trump has the better policies. Trump has the track record to show that we will be better off with Donald Trump than Kamala Harris. And God willing, we'll also take the Senate back. And when we have the presidency and the Senate and the House and a whole lot of down ballot victories, this country is going to be in really, really good shape. Yesterday afternoon, I was home and my phone starts ringing and friends of mine are saying, Mike, turn on the TV. Trump is wearing an orange safety vest and riding around in a white garbage truck in Green Bay, Wisconsin, as a response to Biden's disastrous characterization of half of America as garbage. And I sat there in absolute wonderment. Later in the night, my friend and colleague Joey Hudson, who often fills in for me, he, of course, is part of the team at 98.9 WORD, The Answer in South Carolina. He said, you should run over to Lowe's, get an orange vest, and wear it on the show tomorrow. And I said, well, if I do that, I got to have a shirt and tie on, like Trump wore. And I don't have any red power ties, but I got a gold power tie. So I wore a gold tie. And I'm wearing it now with a white shirt. And I'm enjoying my Halloween costume, 2024. If you're watching me on Salem News Channel, you'll see it. I mean, honestly, if you didn't know what happened yesterday, you'd think, well, Gallagher has finally stepped off the curb. He's wearing an orange safety vest. It kind of looks like the one President Trump was wearing. And he was so funny in the way he described wearing the vest. This is why I'm wearing it today. I've never worn a safety vest on air before. And if you want to see my outfit, if you don't have the benefit of Salem News Channel, although I hope you do, check it out, snc.tv. We've got great election coverage planned for you Tuesday night, all night long, into the wee hours of the morning, all night, starting and then picking up again at 5 a.m. with Hugh Hewitt. Larry Elder and I are going to be co-hosting. We'll be on Salem News Channel. We'll be on hundreds of stations all over the country. I'll be coming to you live from Washington, D.C., from the Heritage Foundation, our sponsor for the event, for our election night coverage. But if you want to see what I look like, just text the keyword outfit to the MyPillow text line, which is 800-655-MIKE. That's 800-655-6453. We'll send you back the picture of me in the studio today, and you can see my tribute to Donald J. Trump. Again, the way he described it last night about how he came to wear the orange safety vest and drive around in the garbage truck while denouncing Joe Biden's assault on half of America by calling us garbage. This is way beyond some stupid podcast comic who insulted Puerto Rico with the garbage problem they have. This is a sitting president of the United States. Are you soaking this up? Let's listen to Trump describe in his master storytelling way why he wore the orange vest.
And then I got in the car and I'm driving over here and I have this still on. And I come into the arena and I say, where's my jacket? I want to get out of this thing. And they said, it would be unbelievable if you could wear it on stage. I said, and I said, no way. I got 25,000 people standing outside. I got all these people here. There's no way I'm wearing it on stage. They said, oh, okay, sir. I said, get me my jacket. But if you did, it actually makes you look thinner. I said, oh. And they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. When they said I look thinner, I said, in that case, I'll wear it on stage. I may never wear a blue jacket again. I may go in this. I said that was the word, that was the key. Sir, you look thinner.
I mean, this guy's amazing. I didn't think anything could top handing out French fries at McDonald's. But this did. This absolutely did. We have never been treated to a figure like Donald Trump in the history of America. And he has stolen the news cycle from Kamala Harris every day. He is ripping it away from her. He has all the momentum. He has all the enthusiasm. And as long as we show up, I'm confident we're going to win. You know, we can joke a little bit about Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. We can try to slough it off as a senile old man, but he is the president, and he did, and they did try to lie about what he said. And it landed with Pennsylvania voters. Fox News Channel caught up with some Pennsylvania voters who responded to Joe Biden describing Trump supporters as garbage.
It feels very demeaning, you know. I've been a Republican my whole life, and it's a privilege to be a Republican and a conservative, and I stand for conservative values, and I think I can process thoughts and have my own thought pattern, and to be called garbage for those thoughts is not necessarily an uplifting comment.
Were you surprised?
No, not at all. No, not coming from him or his party.
I mean, it just shows the Democrats and Harris's desperation. I mean, I think they're desperate. They see the numbers, they see the people, you know, all the enthusiasm behind, you know, Donald Trump and the Republicans. So, you know, it's like Hillary Clinton calling us deplorables.
And they are desperate. Boy, they are so desperate. They're willing to lie, and I can't get out of my mindset that if they'll lie about what we all heard Biden say, and just for the record, one more time, let's listen to what Biden said that has disgusted millions and millions of Americans.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
The only garbage I see out there are his supporters. And they're going to pretend he didn't say what we all heard him say.